Welcome to Karman. Today we will learn about decision making in retail. So you haven't subscribed this channel yet, so please don't forget to click on the subscribe button now. So moving on, we will discuss about decision making. Firstly, we will discuss about rational decision making. To make rational decisions, it is important to gather as much as relevant information as possible and then evaluate it objectively without letting emotions and personal biases influence the decision making process. This can involve conducting research, analyzing data, and seeking input from other experts. Rationality in decision making refers to the process of making decisions based on logical reasoning and sound judgment. It involves evaluation of all available information, weighing the pros and cons, consider- considering the possible outcomes and their consequences, and choosing the options that, that is most likely to achieve the desired outcome. Finally, we can say it is important to be open to changing course if new information emerges or if circumstances change. Flexibility and adaptability are key components of rational decision making as they allow for adjustments to be made based on evolving circumstances or new information. So now we will discuss about more basis of decision making. First comes experiment. An experiment in decision making is a controlled procedure designed to investigate how people make decisions under different conditions. Such experiments are commonly used in fields such as psychology, economics, and neuroscience to understand how people behave in a real world decision making situation. Second comes experience. It plays an important role in decision making as it can provide individuals with a wealth of information and knowledge to draw upon when faced with new choices. Experience can come from a variety of sources, including personal experience, education, training, and exposure. Also, people who used to be with different situation, who used to face different situation, are more experienced. One of the main benefits of experience in decision making is that it can help individuals make more informed choices. Third comes research and analysis. These are critical components of effective decision making. They are decision makers gather relevant information, evaluate available options, and make informed choices based on evidences and data. Research can take many forms, including surveys, interviews, focus groups, and experiments. By collecting data from a variety of sources, decision makers can gain a better understanding of the factors that are influencing the decision at hand. Last is decision tree. It is a graphical representation of decision making process. It is a tool that is used to make complex decisions easy by breaking them down into smaller and more manageable steps. Decision trees are commonly used in business, economics, and other fields where complex decisions must be made. A decision tree typically starts with a decision node, which represent a decision that must be made. Moving forward, now we will discuss about phases of decision making. There are several phases or steps involved in decision making process. These steps may vary slightly depending on the decision making model used by the person. First comes identification of the problem or decision to be made. This involves recognizing that a decision needs to be made and defining the problem that needs to be solved or goal that needs to be achieved. Then comes gathering information. In this phase, relevant information is collected, such as facts, data, opinion, and perspectives. It helps researcher or decision maker to better understand the problem and identify potential solutions. Third comes identifying alternatives. Based on the information gathered, potential solutions or alternatives are identified that could address the problem or achieve the goal. After identification of alternatives, all the alternatives are evaluated at the stage of evaluating alternatives. The alternatives are then evaluated based on the various criteria, such as effectiveness, risk, benefits, and cost, to determine which is the most appropriate. The alternatives are need to be evaluated periodically so as to maintain the flow of work in the organization. Making a decision. After evaluation of alternatives, a decision is made and an action plan is developed to implement the chosen solution. The plan is to put into action and the solution at the stage of implementation. Then, after the stage of implementation, the decision and its outcomes are evaluated to determine if the problem need to be solved is solved or not, and identify any lessons learned that could be applied to future decision making. These phases are very important and meaningful in the decision making process and may cycle back to an earlier phase if new information is gathered or if the decision is not successful. Additionally, some decision making models may include additional steps or variations on these phases. So, this was all about decision making, and if you want more such videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel. Thank you. Bye bye.